what are the best Smash Brothers 4 characters in Smash Ultimate being represented? Did you like that intro? That was pretty good. Welcome back to the video. This is part 4 for Smash 4, ayo, of the Smash character representation tier list. Once again, I am joined by Jeno and Dom. Say hello.
No.
Smash DS was the best one.
Smash DS.
Smash for the DS?
Smash Run? I love Smash Run.
They should bring back custom other
Bro, custom movesets. Yo.
Hey, yo, do you guys remember Power Vision?
Power Vision? What was that?
It was one of Shulk's custom moves. It was a counter that would literally kill you if you just jabbed him.
You're probably yeah, that sounds about right. Custom moves were freaking ridiculous. I loved custom moves.
Sadly, they removed them in this game, so we can't talk about them.
Custom moves are just so much fun. Like, if I wanted to just have like a blast, I'd prefer custom moves over items any day. Items, like, I don't really like. Custom moves, though, fire. But anyway, getting sidetracked. Talking about like the very few things that Smash 4 actually had.
Yup.
Yeah, so we're talking about the Smash 4 characters.
Do you guys remember fucking? Do you guys remember Smash Tour?
Smash Tour? Yo? No. Smash Tour sucked. Smash Run, though. Hold on.
Smash Tour was crazy, dude.
Okay, we're talking about the Smash 4 characters, how they represent their own series. Just like the other videos, if this is your first time seeing this series, start with the N64 ones and go from there. But yeah, we're going to get right into it. Make sure you subscribe if you want to see more parts of this or any other debate lists. It really helps out the channel a lot. Only this amount of people have subscribed. There's the graphic for you. And let's get right on to Villager. What are we thinking?
I think Villager is pretty cool.
Pretty cool. I am not an Animal Crossing fan.
I just like the idea, because all the items are from Animal Crossing. I just like the idea that Villager is just a guy, and he's just fighting with whatever the hell he has in his pockets.
That is true. He literally has a move that's called Pocket.
Yep.
There's actually something important about the Villager in specific.
What's that?
Rumor has it, he's a tax evader.
True.
Wait, they cooked. No.
I mean, so is Yoshi, but you know.
True.
Yeah, but Yoshi's Yoshi. Yoshi can get away with it.
Okay, let's be honest here. Pocket, that's what he does in the games, right? He pockets items.
Yep.
I assume all of his moves reference something from Animal Crossing.
They do, like his up smash is a firework. You get those like during like holidays. The bowling ball, I'm 99% sure you can buy a bowling ball in one of the shops and just display it.
Yeah, I mean, his smash attacks are really creative. He has a bowling ball. He has...
the shovel, obviously, is a shovel. You plant a tree, obviously. The axe to cut it down, of course, because you can cut down trees in Animal Crossing. Slingshot for his forward air, back air. There's slingshots in Animal Crossing. There's like balloons.
Wait, are all of his aerials are interesting too, aren't they? Or maybe yeah.
His up and down smash are turnips, and it does kind of play into the whole turnip mechanic in Animal Crossing. If you don't know, in Animal Crossing, I believe it's on Sundays, there's a special character that'll come to your town, and you can buy turnips from them, and then you can sell the turnips at the shop for money. But like every day, like in the morning and the night, they sell for a different price. And after a week, the turnips go bad and you can't sell them anymore. They call it the stock market, like STALK, the stock market, because it's literally a representation of like how stocks work in real life.
What does that have to do with Smash?
It does, because the up and down air randomly pulls out 1, 2, or 3 turnips. Each one is the more turnips, the stronger the attack. So it's a representation of actually how the stock market is, because randomly the price would be higher or lower. So it's actually a neat representation of how they did how they represented the stock market in Smash compared to Animal Crossing.
Is that crazy?
Using turnips. I think it's a neat idea.
No, like is Villager they cooked in second place that crazy?
Oh, is that crazy? I mean, I think the only thing in Villager's moveset that isn't a reference, he has a stick here. He pulls out a weed for his down tilt. His
He
dash attack is
probably
kinda-
references more than Game & Watch, right?
Well, no, you can quite literally pull like every individual Game & Watch game that Game & Watch takes from. The only thing that I don't think is a direct reference to Animal Crossing is his up B, because that's a reference to Balloon Fight.
Yeah, but at least you're referencing something.
Right. I do think, honestly, they probably cooked with this one, honestly.
I think it probably is they cooked. I'm wondering if it's higher or lower than Game & Watch.
Probably
I think it's
between Game and
I
Watch and
think-
Kirby.
I think it's lower than Game & Watch because the edge that Game & Watch has is his design changes to represent the actual sprites
Yeah.
from the original Game & Watch.
That is pretty sick. That is pretty sick. I'm fine with it. I think they both represent like so much in their moveset that it's kind of crazy. Like I think they're kind of comparable. But you are right though. Like the fact that Game & Watch literally has a different sprite for every attack, that's kind of crazy. All right, that's fine then.
I think it's fair to put Villager up there because I truly do think that they kind of cooked with it.
It's kind of crazy how many moves he actually has. Mega Man. You know, somebody actually made a comment about Mega Man. They said
It's mostly like Mega Man 2, I think.
They said Mega Man is probably like top 3, and I started thinking about it, and I can actually see the argument for it. So, but you are right though, Gino. It is mostly just Mega Man 2.
Which is like the most popular one, I believe,
is.
of the NES games.
That being said, like I don't think that matters in Mega Man's case. Like I think Mega Man shows like what he needs to show. Like Mega Man's whole gimmick in his games is that he takes abilities from other, bosses, right? He's showing off so many of those bosses.
Yeah, and like, doesn't each Mega Man game have like 8 or 9 bosses,
Yeah.
and each one of them he gets a different ability from them?
Yeah. So the fact that
he has like endless moveset potential.
he does, but at the end of the day, it's not like any of his moves are just dumb. Every single one of his moves is from a boss.
Yeah.
So I actually think I think even his grab is.
His grab, yeah, I believe it is. Yep.
His grab is the strongman ability from Mega Man 1.
Yep.
I think he has Mega Man 3 abilities as well. I think it's Mega Man's 1 through 3.
Probably, yeah, I believe so.
And in Smash 4, he had custom moves that represented all the way up to Mega Man 6. Anyway, let me stop.
That is true, but that's not Smash Ultimate.
Yeah, I know, I'm just joking. I mean, hell, his up B is fitting. It's Rush, the dog.
The Rush Coil, yep.
I don't know. I think this is at least higher than Villager. I might even see the world where it's higher than Game & Watch. Because I think for Mega Man's case, and hell, he even has a death animation. That's cool.
That is true. His death animation is crazy.
His death animation is literally from the games.
Yep.
And again, like, even his grab is something.
Yep.
And all of his aerials, like his up air is the tornado thing. I don't even know what all the bosses are called, but I just know they're all from a boss. Because, like, you can just tell, right? Like, they're all moves. His down air is another move. His side smash being the charge beam makes so much sense.
Yeah, and then so yeah, his neutral B is from Metal Man. His side B is from Crash Man. His up B obviously is the Rush Coil, and his down B is from Woodman. So like all of his specials are from something, but like all of his other moves are also from something as well.
Mm-hmm.
And again, like I said, Mega Man has endless moveset potential, but also because Mega Man is a 2D platformer, it's so easy to just translate everything into
That's
Smash.
true. Yeah. I mean, they showcase that. I think, yeah, I mean, I can't think of is there a single move that he's not referencing something?
I don't think so, but I do also want to mention, a couple things.
I also love the fact that his jab is literally his basic attack.
It's lemons. It's fucking lemons.
But that's how he attacks. It's so fitting. It actually is.
And
Like, you can
also-
jab
and
while
also-
moving, just like in the game. You could jump and shoot.
Yep, its forward tilt is also lemons, but walking, which is insane.
But that is, though, because, like, that's how Mega Man operates. You jump and you shoot. And you...
Right. I do want to mention just a couple things. His because when we're talking about representation, we don't usually talk about it because most characters, they don't really have, like, you know, their taunts are just kind of them taunting. It's not really like something from the games.
Mm-hmm.
Mega Man's up taunt, or his down taunt, is that little flash, like, you know, his entrance to all the stages.
Yeah. I think taunts
And
can still be
also-
considered, yeah.
Because it's how they represent the character or their game. And one other thing, you know how in Mega Man, he has that like in the NES games, he has that like, weird little like foot jitter.
Mm-hmm. That's in...
If you lightly tilt the stick and smash.
You're actually right. He does that. That's so insane. Sakurai did that on
They
purpose.
had no reason to do that. They literally have no other character has that, but he does. Like, why did they do that?
There's actually so much love put into Mega Man. It's kind of crazy.
It's more love than he's seen in years. Thanks, Capcom.
I actually wonder, is that enough to put him above Pokemon Trainer? Pokemon Trainer's mechanic is so carrying, though.
I don't think it is, because it's one thing for the character to have something that's just part of them, but it's not really implemented into their actual fighting style.
Yeah.
It's another thing for their fighting style to be the reference. You know what I'm saying?
That is kind of true. But at the same time, I do still think to a certain degree it's the case for Mega Man. Because like I said, in Mega Man, you jump and shoot, you move while shooting. And Mega Man literally does that in Smash. Like, that's actually his gameplay loop.
Right, and that is true.
That being said, Pokemon Trainer is just so, like, it's kind of an unfair comparison. Because you're comparing basically 3 fighters to 1.
Right.
And it's all, like, deserved, right? Because that's... You know, again, that's what Pokemon Trainer does. They hold a team of Pokemon.
Honestly, I think Pokemon Trainer should be put down because it's only 3, not 6.
True. No. If it had 6, it'd be higher than Steve. 100%.
If it had 6, it would probably be the most OP character in the game.
I would assume the Pokemon would each have to be like worse. You know.
Well, you have to realize that each one's a different type. So like, you would have 6 types, and they'd all play completely differently, and they all have different strengths and weaknesses.
Just make every Pokemon that's in this game as a part of Pokemon Trainer.
True.
Anyway, getting sidetracked. I definitely think he's higher than Game & Watch. I don't even think it's close. I'll be honest.
Yeah, I can live with that.
I am okay with this. Dom, do you think Mega Man should be above Pokemon Trainer?
No.
Fair enough. I think it's close, but that's fine. I'm okay with that.
So now that we started the video with 2 they cooked.
That's kind of crazy, isn't it? 2 they cooked.
Wii Fit Trainer.
They cooked higher than Pokemon.
See,
Genuinely, every single attack is a yoga pose.
I would like to
That's
start
the
the
up which is the
argument.
hula hoop.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. Cook, Dom. Cook.
So, let's go back to one of our favorite characters in this list, right?
Dr.
Dr.
Mario.
Mario. With the same question of why is he in the game?
Okay, no, I disagree. Hard argument. Wii Fit is one of the most revolutionary video games of all time.
I believe both Wii Fit and Wii Fit Plus are in the top 10 best-selling Wii games of all time.
As stupid as it is, the fact that it is being represented makes sense. As stupid as it sounds, because like this isn't an important character, I think it represents an era, right? Like it represents the Wii and it represents fitness games, you know? It
So you're saying Dr. Mario doesn't represent health?
No, listen, if they made Dr. Mario's moveset represent puzzle games, that'd be fire. But they're not. They're representing Mario and not well.
I want you guys to remember this conversation when we get to Pac-Man.
True.
Because I will go all in on Pac-Man.
Okay, what I will say, I would not rank Wii Fit Trainer as the character herself. I'd rank her as what it means for Wii Fit and like how they represent Wii Fit as a video game.
Again, this is the NES argument again, where it represents Earthbound,
exactly.
Not NES.
Exactly. I'm not the biggest advocate for Wii Fit, I'll admit, but it makes sense, unlike Dr. Mario.
Hot take, next Smash game should have the Ring Fit trainer instead of the Wii Fit trainer.
That is a hot take, because I don't think that game is nearly as influential.
I just think it would be funny.
It would be funny.
She is hot.
True. I mean, do you have the moveset? Do you have the moveset pulled up? Do you have the moveset pulled up, Jeno? Because I don't know if all these are actual things.
I have the game
do you spike a volleyball in the Wii
I have the
Fit?
actual.
Probably.
Do you summon a orb of magical light? in Wii Fit?
but the pose is Sun Salutation, so it actually is.
Oh
it's
shoot!
a real yoga pose.
Didn't we want to do the Mii Fighters in this video?
Yeah, but we can just do it at the end.
They did Smash 4, so yeah.
I'd rather end with Bayo though. Let's put them at the end of.
Put them after Palutena, because I think that's, or before or after Palutena, because I believe that's in the number order that's on the website. I believe that's them.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. All right. Anyway, back to Wii Fit.
Yeah, all of her attacks are actual yoga poses, even or some form of thing from Wii Fit, like the hula hoop. There was a balancing minigame in Wii Fit where you had to try and keep the hula hoop around you. Header was a thing in Wii Fit. You had to like knock, or it was either Wii Fit or Wii Play, one of the Wii games, where you did have to, like, where you had to hit soccer balls back to goal with your head.
So wait, is it representing Wii games or as a whole?
It could be entirely Wii games, and I don't see why that would be any different.
No, I think that'd be fine. I mean, again, she's an icon for the Wii, just like the Mii's are supposed to be.
Yeah, all of the attacks are stretches, yoga poses, sports things, fitness things.
I feel weird ranking her high because I just don't care about Wii Fit Trainer, but like, if I'm being realistically, she's got to be at least good.
I do think there is one thing that makes her good and not they cooked.
What's that?
Again, we don't really mention this a lot because sometimes it just doesn't matter. Final Smash.
True. The Final Smash is cringe.
Like Mega Man. That Final Smash goes crazy.
Yeah, Mega Man's Final Smash is one of the coolest in the game.
Villager's Final Smash. Tom Nook pulls up with his kids.
They build a house.
Builds a house and it explodes.
Makes sense.
Villager goes into crippling debt every time he does a Final Smash because he has to buy a house. Wii Fit's yoga poses. That's all it is. It's just yoga pose shadows.
I guess if I think about it more broad, they probably could have pulled from more Wii-based games.
And I think that was probably a thought they had, but they went with more yoga poses because that just makes more sense for Wii Fit.
I kind of want to just skip right to the Mii's right away because I kind of want to segue into that. Is that fine?
That's fine, as long as we get through everyone.
So, okay, well, how do we feel about Wii Fit Trainer right here? Is that crazy? This placement?
I don't think it's that crazy because Wii Fit definitely takes a lot more from the game, from Wii Fit, than other characters take from the other games.
Yeah, I think the fact that like Peach has like a unique mechanic to her that literally is her first ever appearance is pretty important, and Yoshi, like, all of Yoshi's moves are just like fitting.
Be fitting.
Yeah, that's fine. So for the Mii Fighters, this is kind of unfair to the Miis. So you could easily make the argument that this character is a little bit weird to rank. You could easily make the argument that yes, a Mii is meant to be like a self-insert, right? So they're actually representing Miis very well here. I don't care. I'm gonna rank it as if that like they, as I think they should, which is as a representation of the Wii era. Wii Fit doesn't need to be the representation of the Wii era. I think that should be the Miis, because the Miis are icons of the Wii, right?
Right.
I mean, literally.
I do want to bring up one point. The Miis, at least in Smash Ultimate, are the only characters that you can customize their movesets.
You're actually
and
right.
Their appearance.
I hate that you're right, but honestly, does that even matter? Because I don't think any of their moves represent anything from a video game.
They don't. The thing about them is that they feel like they take more from just other characters.
Right.
Like Mii Brawler kind of just feels like a Mario if he threw hands more. You know what I'm saying?
Mm. It feels weird.
Gunner feels like Samus. Sword Fighter is quite literally just Link.
They're just so bland. I think no matter what, I mean, yes, the customizability is fair, I guess. It's hard to put them in Did They Even Try, because that is still true. Like, they have like more move sets than anybody.
Yep. But also like the appeal of the Miis is that they are like of the Miis, not in Smash, but just the Miis in general, is that they are so customizable.
Yeah, I guess you can technically make them anybody.
And I think that keeps them out. I think that keeps them out of boring.
It might even keep it out of boring. This entire time I was forgetting this, but like, what about their skins?
And that's what I'm saying. They're visually, not only can you customize their like their faces, you know, because they're just Miis, they just pull from the Mii Maker, but their entire, like, the skins that they have.
I mean,
they have.
Think about it for a second. They put Sans Undertale in this game.
Yeah, and I was gonna say in Ultimate specifically, they had skins that just overrode the entire Mii's model and just made them look like the characters. There's like.
Can I in good faith say that Could I in good faith say that Sans and Cuphead are boring?
Why?
Yes.
Because they're just Mii's?
I want to put them in boring because their movesets specifically are boring. But
their movesets are boring.
I don't think it's Did They Even Try. I was going to put them below Dr. Mario after like I ranted for a second, but you're kind of right. It's just unfair to put them in Did They Even Try because they did try. It's just
they definitely did try, but when the idea is that it's a customizable character, not the fact that they represent something, but the fact that they're just customizable.
They're supposed to represent. They're supposed to represent a blank slate. You can make them whatever you want them to be, and they do that.
I feel like if they wanted to make a character based on the Wii Sports series or just the Wii series in general, I feel like it wouldn't have just been the Mii. I think it would have been like Matt.
No, I still think the Mii would have been so perfect. They could have still had the skins as a part of the Mii, like the overall Mii that represents all of the Wii games. Because, check me out, right? You just have a moveset that's all the Wii games, but you could still make it whatever skin you want. Just like you can in the Mii Maker, right? So you can, you could have like a Wii Play, Wii Sports moveset. And that'd be cool, right? You have a bowling ball attack, you have boxing as your jabs, you have, I don't know. Like,
I mean, let's be fair here. Their neutral B is shot put for Mii Brawler.
okay, but who
That's a
asked?
sport. That's a sport.
Yeah, but is that even in Wii Sports? I don't think so.
No.
Dom, where would you put it? They all go in the same spot.
I don't know. They're such a weird.
They are odd.
I it's weird because like moveset wise, like I think you're right putting them like right next to Mario or Link for based on their moveset. So based on their overall design, I want to put them above the Star Fox characters.
I was gonna say top of boring too.
Yeah.
You think top of boring is fair? Or bottom of
Yeah.
mid?
I don't think they
top
deserve
of
to be in
boring.
mid.
I think top of boring.
Okay. I'm okay with that. I want to put Gunner. I want to put Gunner on top because they have the coolest skins.
See, now that's
But,
just being
but
biased.
Brawler has Minecraft Creeper.
Yeah, but Gunner has both Gunner has both Cuphead and Sans.
Gunner also has Doom Guy, so
What the fuck? Why does Gunner have all the best ones?
that's so true though.
Like, what does Sword Fighter
why
have?
why is he Doom Guy?
Sword Fighter has like Minecraft Diamond Sword.
Okay. Okay.
Spooky.
What does Mii Brawler have? It has Team Rocket. Insane.
Rue, he has well. Think about it this way: shot put can technically be the bowling ball. Oh no, sorry, the Pokeball. Sorry.
That would be so cool if some of the attacks actually change based on what skin you're using. God, that'd be so cool.
See, then it would be
Gun-
mid.
so-
No,
so-
I'll be honest. If they
God,
changed
incredible.
all the basic attacks to like have skins, like if the unique skins had like literally just a design change, it'd actually be They Cooked like that instantly.
So
I know it
do
sounds
want-
weird, but if they did that, that'd be a They Cooked 100%.
So for the Gunner, the Gunner actually has a number of things. Gunner has Doom Guy. Gunner has
Gunner's definitely on top. I don't need to be convinced of that. I was wondering
Yeah.
who's higher, Sword Fighter or Brawler.
okay, so but Gunner also has oh fuck, what's the one I'm thinking of?
This doesn't really matter. We could just move on.
It really doesn't matter. They're all in the same spot anyway.
It really doesn't matter.
But I do want to give special shout out to Brawler because he has Bomberman.
Actually, let's put Brawler above because Brawler was Reggie.
True. Brawler has Creeper.
Tell me right now that the Mii trailer is not the best trailer for Smash.
Oh, it 100%. The second best trailer because I still think Sephiroth's trailer is the goat of all goat trailers.
That one's just okay. Compared to Reggie and Iwata like duking it out in real time as the Mii's.
I'm sorry. I recently watched Advent Children like this year, and the entire trailer is just the final fight from Advent Children.
Whatever. Anyway,
And
Yeah,
also
that's
Mario
nice.
fucking dies, so
that was pretty crazy. Anyway, Rosalina and Luma. You know, Rosalina's a weird case because like
I have thoughts.
okay, it does still have a double mechanic, and that's unique. But like, I don't know. I feel like it's more deserved on Ice Climbers. Is that weird?
No, 100% is.
Because like Ice Climbers, again, as weird as it sounds, Ice Climbers is one of the first like same time co-op games ever made.
I'm just annoyed that Rosalina, in her entire moveset, I don't think she has the spin from Mario Galaxy.
That is so annoying. You're actually right. The launch star is a perfect.
It's like the only move she could have had.
The launch star is a perfect up B, but like, why would you not have the spin? She literally does that. She does it in 3D World. That is very bad. Is that on the same level as Donkey Kong not using a barrel?
Honestly, yeah.
It kind of is, isn't it? That is so odd.
Yeah.
Why is that not a move? Even just like a nod.
I mean, okay, so I do have a question. In Mario Galaxy, is there any scene where Rosalina summons a galaxy out of her dress? Let's put it that way.
Yes.
Out of her dress? It comes out of her legs? It comes out of her, you know?
I'm confused what you're talking about.
She has a lot of moves where she just like does like a flip and like a galaxy just comes out of her dress.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
I'm not gonna say the word, but
that
you
doesn't,
know what I'm saying.
That doesn't really mean anything, does it? Like with Zelda's case, at least. Well, to be fair, Zelda's magic is like consistent with what Zelda is. Rosalina doesn't really do any of that.
Yeah, she doesn't really do anything in Mario Galaxy. She controls the Lumas, and that's about all she does.
See, if she had a Galaxy-related moveset, and she does. She has star bits. She has the launch stars and up B. Like, she's not that bad. I think she's still above mid. I mean, she still has that co-op mechanic, which is interesting. But I don't know. You're kind of right, though. Maybe it is boring just because she doesn't have the spin attack.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's like...
I feel like it's such a given.
When you're thinking about gameplay in Mario Galaxy, what's the first thing that comes to your head?
Definitely the spin. Or the star bit pointer. Which is represented, to be fair.
That is represented, but God, I completely forgot that even existed.
Fair.
So you just mentioned it. I don't think I used it one time when playing Galaxy.
No, you need to. You need to use the pointers to collect star bits. If you don't, then you can't unlock all the levels.
I meant shooting star bits.
Oh, no, I agree. I never shoot star bits. I just meant like star bits in general being represented, because star bits are important in Galaxy.
Right.
I mean, I think just for mechanics alone, it's probably still mid. Am I wrong to say that? It's okay if I'm wrong.
Like, where in mid? Because there is sections to this. Where in mid? Like, because I'm definitely not. I'm not okay with putting her above Ice Climbers. You know?
Oh no, I never was going to. I think Ice Climbers is more deserved.
I'm not okay with putting her above Pokemon. Any of the Pokemon. I'm not okay with putting her over any of the Fire Emblem characters.
Maybe she is boring.
Maybe she is boring.
Yeah, there is some missed potential there, isn't there?
There's a lot of missed potential.
Okay, but also,
I'm not saying that she could have used like the power-ups from Galaxy, but she could have.
It just could have been more Galaxy related.
It could have been one of those like a NES situation where it's representing Mario Galaxy, not representing Rosalina.
Right.
Which would be fine, because Rosalina doesn't do anything in the game.
Right. What were you gonna say?
She does.
What'd she
do? She
do?
just kind of stands there.
Because you said it before, her whole point in the game is to control the Lumas.
That's true.
And in this game,
she does it one time at the end of the game, and then it's
but does she do it in the game?
One time.
So yes.
And then she doesn't even appear in Galaxy 2 until like the very end.
She was on vacation. I don't know, man.
She was on vacation. I don't know, man.
So
Dahlem is kind of cooking, though. It is true. Rosalina is the
same
watcher of the Lumas.
Is it not the same with the Pokemon Trainer? Of like how her mechanic is the mechanic of her fighting style.
The mechanic is...
No, it's different because you don't play as Rosalina in Galaxy. This is definitely more of a... Like, Ice Climbers, you play co-op, and that's the 2 players. Pokemon Trainer, you literally play as a Pokemon Trainer in all the games, and you're controlling the Pokemon. That's the point of the games. Rosalina, it was always going to be a kind of like, they're doing it because it's interesting, but like it's technically not representing something more specific. But the idea is, just put quite simply, she commands the Lumas, and I think that alone maybe brings her bottom of mid.
So like below Diddy Kong?
Yeah, probably.
I say
That's
above
fine.
Diddy Kong.
Above Diddy. I will say it'd be so cool if Diddy had a Donkey Kong Country 2 moveset.
Because like even if she doesn't have the spin jump, she still has a lot of.
I will say though, Geno's so right though. The fact that she doesn't have a spin attack is so bad. It actually is on the same level of Donkey Kong Barrel Throw.
But I think it's worse than Donkey Kong Barrel Throw because at least Donkey Kong has his cargo throw.
True. Bro, Donkey Kong gotta move to bottom of boring.
You know what? Do it.
Alright, there you go. Bro, Donkey Kong does not fit in the same tier as these. These are way worse than Donkey Kong.
No.
Alright.
We were too rough on the boy.
Yeah, we were too rough on the boy Donkey Kong. He has some stuff. I am okay to put him above Diddy Kong. Is that fine?
That's fine. I'm gonna be annoyed, but that's fine.
It is kind of weird, but I think it's fine. It is true. She still watches over Lumas. That's her whole thing.
I mean, she also just has like attacks from or inspired by the game.
And we're talking about visuals, right? Also, I don't think that's true, Dom. I mean, Starbits technically.
Most of them. I don't know. I don't remember all of Galaxy, but the fact she had her jump uses the star thingy is. I still think one of her highlights.
That is still true. It's one of the better represented up Bs in the game. What is it? Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember what I was gonna say. It's fine. Whatever. Little Mac. So Little Mac is one of the only characters that I actually do want to preface his actual gameplay into his representation, because I am pretty set on the idea that Sakurai purposely made Little Mac bad to represent how Little Mac is in Punch-Out. Like, Little Mac is meant to be the underdog. It's meant, like, he's meant to be the weaker fighter. You overcome you overcome with skill. He's literally a little man, like, beating all these huge wrestlers, right? Like, absolutely monstrous monsters. How tall is Little Mac? He's so tiny.
Bro's like a 4'5" short king, you know what I'm saying?
And he's beaten up like Mike Tyson, like
Bro canonically beat up Donkey Kong.
True. Yeah, no.
So already just put him in between Ganondorf and Donkey Kong because he already beat him.
True. No. Okay, so even though his moves are nothing like special, first of all, not like they could have done much. Like, it's kind of like a Marth situation where like what are they gonna do? He's a wrestler, right?
And that's it.
Yeah, no, he's meant to just punch. That's fine. I think that he gets a big raise for. I swear, I'm just so convinced that Sakurai did this on purpose, because Sakurai plays fighting games. Sakurai is a competitive kind of guy. I know.
He made back because he beat some guy so bad at King of Fighters that he cried.
It's true. I know so hard that Sakurai intentionally made Little Mac bad. So that way it's like, it's like you're playing Punch-Out. You're the underdog, right? I think that alone is a tier higher than the Fire Emblem characters, because even though his moveset is basic, he did what he had to do. I think the commitment to that bit of being the underdog is so strong that it deserves good.
I do also want to mention just a few things that he actually does take from the games.
What's that?
The KO punch, that's from the games.
True. Actually, it's still a gimmick. That's actually a good point.
His up B is his like spinner uppercut from Punch-Out on the Wii.
True. His final smash is from
Mac. which is from Punch Out on the Wii.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah, I mean, he's a wrestler. There isn't much to talk about. His moveset is mostly just they did what they had to do, but honestly, the KO punch being a gimmick is pretty massive, I will say.
Yep.
Because that is like his signature move. They could have easily just made that the final smash, but the fact they actually made it like a unique gimmick, I think is actually pretty cool.
I do also want to mention that for Smash 4, a lot of these characters are like, they have gimmicks.
Yeah.
Like specifically based on like something from their game, which elevates them a lot.
It definitely does. It's interesting. And it's more fitting for Little Mac because in Punch-Out, the KO meter is a meter. You know? Or it's something you save up for, like the stars.
Yep. I do also want to mention one thing about Little Mac, and that he's fast, because the gameplay of Punch-Out is quickly get your punches in and like dodge.
Yeah, and that's basically what he is.
So like Little Mac is like one of those rare cases where the character is really strong, like he hits hard and he's fast.
Right. So
usually characters who are fast don't hit hard, and characters who hit hard are slow.
So one of the reasons why I don't prefer that we talk about game balancing in this list is because like it kind of like
it becomes a regular tier list at that point.
Yeah, definitely.
But I'm saying it's part of his design.
Exactly. It's part of his representation that he's designed in this way.
Because that's how it is. You want to, like in Punch-Out, you want to get your hits in while you can, and you want to hit hard because it's a boxing game.
Right. So I think it's fair.
Just like real boxing.
I think it's fair in this case. I could even see him this high. Am I crazy?
Maybe a little bit.
Okay, where are you put him?
Good tier placement, but probably a little bit lower. I mean, I'm thinking like right above Wario.
Man's really said Wii Fit is more representative.
I was gonna say.
Here's the thing. It comes down to that every move that Wii Fit has is a yoga pose that is represented in Wii Fit.
It is still true.
Is Little Mac? Is his punches not represented?
Dog, have you ever played Punch-Out? Bro stands still, dodges left, right, punch. That's it.
Yeah.
Bro, but he punches, does he not?
Bro doesn't jump.
Little Mac, listen, it's okay that some characters have, like, it's fine that some characters have a little bit of an unfair disadvantage. Little Mac's just one of them. The fact that he's this high despite being at that much of a disadvantage for being a basic character is pretty telling. Like,
because there was obviously an idea behind it.
Right.
Like you're trying to tell me that Little Mac is in a fighting game and he won't beat your ass?
Right. All right. This is fine. We could do that then. Unless, Dom, you think I should put him right here for like a midpoint kind of thing?
Oh god, I actually don't know. It's like I can see him being above Wii Fit, but I don't know if I can see him being above Zelda.
Should Wii Fit move down?
Wii Fit can move down, yeah.
Yeah, I kind of think that, yeah.
And then do this?
Yeah.
But
that's fair. That's still fair.
Alright, fine. I think the gimmick carries him a lot.
100%.
Okay, Greninja.
What?
Just put him with the rest.
All right. Is he better or worse than Lucario?
Lucario does technically have a gimmick. It's just weird and doesn't represent the games.
Again, I don't really see any of the individual Pokemon getting out of mid. Just because the moves don't really have animation in Pokemon. I mean, X and Y. That was at the start of them going to 3D.
I wonder if Greninja is a different. I wonder if Greninja is an exception though. Like Greninja, Water Shuriken. No, you're probably still right.
Because again, a lot of the ways their moves work is just based on like Pokedex entries, not really how they work in the game because the games don't really have animation like that. It's Water Shuriken, Shadow Sneak, Hydro Pump, and Substitute.
I definitely think Greninja's above the other Pokemon. Like, I actually don't even think it's that close. That's what's making me think maybe it should be higher than some of the other fighters. There's something about it. I guess if we're specifically talking about representation of the games, there's something that Greninja has, and I think it's uniqueness when compared to the other Pokemon. Greninja kind of plays, like, very stealthily, even through the moves that Pokemon has. Shadow Sneak is a priority move, and you know, that could be seen as like a sneaky kind of move, so the way that it operates is kind of interesting. Substitute is also like just like a kind of a sneaky move, and it makes sense as a counter.
It's just a counter in this game.
That's true, but it's still like, it is. I think Substitute is one of the most interesting counters in the game, just from like what it represents. Maybe it can't move above any of the regular fighters, but I think it's the best Pokemon.
Bro, it's your call. you're the Pokemon guy here.
I am the Pokemon guy. It's weird. Admittedly, it's weird. If they had like Ash Greninja as his final smash, that'd be pretty huge.
Yo, bro, you're not gonna believe this.
What? Lucario and Mewtwo have Mega Evolution?
No, Greninja's final smash.
What is it?
It is Ash Greninja. It is Ash Greninja.
Wait, is it?
Yeah, it's the same attack from Smash 4, where like it's like the series of attacks, like they throw you in the air, series of attacks, but they do have like the Ash Greninja design.
Oh, I didn't even know that. Am I dumb? I must be dumb. Okay, whatever. This is fine. Palutena. Palutena is odd because she is Smash made this character.
Yep. It's one of those.
Like, she literally does nothing, even all the way up to Uprising. I don't even know why she's a character in this game.
Because Sakurai made Uprising.
Put it below Dr. Mario.
No. We're not putting her below Dr. Mario because she is woman.
True, she is woman.
She's woman. She's.
Okay, no. I'm having a bit of an odd time deciding this. So, Rosalina at least shows some stuff. Because in a way, she feels like kind of like Rosalina in that, like, why are they even in the game? But at least Rosalina is, like, a figure, right? And, like, her moves have, like, context to Galaxy. Does Palutena's moves have context to Uprising?
So auto reticle is obviously a reference to just the actual reticle from Kid Icarus Uprising.
Right.
Explosive flame is an explosion. Warp, she can teleport, I guess.
Yeah, it's all like, I guess she can do this.
Yeah, because like she's a goddess. Oh yeah, she definitely can. Like, she should be able to teleport. She's a god, right?
It's just odd.
That's just the problem with a character like this. Is like, yeah, I guess she can do that. Like her up smash. Yeah, I guess she can create a pillar of light. She is the goddess of light, you know. So like, I don't know.
How are we thinking?
Sure, I guess it's a good placement for her.
I think it's unfair to put them in Did They Even Try? Is that odd?
No.
I mean...
Because there's obviously, like, thought put into it. It's not like they didn't try.
I feel like Did They Even Try has to be reserved for characters that, like, either absolutely had no reason to be in the game, like Dr. Mario,
Or Dark Pit.
Yeah. Or characters that were so horribly misrepresented. Like Toon Link. Like, Palutena is just like, whatever. Right? There's nothing to show here.
I have a hot take. keep her in the same tier. Move her below Donkey Kong.
Okay.
Or above Donkey Kong, below. No. Below
Donkey
Bowser,
Kong,
below
look,
Bowser.
I hate Donkey Kong in this game, but he does have more than Palutena.
That is fair.
But Donkey Kong doesn't have Barrel.
True.
Barrel is like a necessity. That's fine, huh?
That's fine, I guess.
Nah, I'm gonna put her below Donkey Kong. Okay, that's fine, right?
Sure.
Pac-Man, Geno's favorite character.
Listen, all I want to say is I love Namco arcade games.
Namco arcade games, pretty fire.
I love Namco arcade games, dude. And let me tell you, Pac-Man, fucking, his up B is Mappy. That's all I have to say.
I love Mappy.
Mappy's the best one. Mappy is the best one.
He doesn't have a Dig Dug move though, so that's kind of cringe.
But his up taunt has Dig Dug.
True. Dig Dug should have been his grab. Not freaking Gallagher.
True.
I don't know what, I mean, go off. Like, say what he references.
What do I have to say? His side B is literally just Pac-Man.
True.
His smash attacks are all the ghosts.
True.
Like, that's fucking insane. His up B, again, it's Mappy. His fucking tilts is just mainly just like him, just like punch, kick, whatever, Pac-Man world, whatever. The down B, fire hydrant, that's from Pac-Land. Up B, or sorry, not up B, neutral B is all the fruits and items that like randomly pop up in the stages.
Yeah.
His final smash is a reference to Super Pac-Man from Super Pac-Man. And all of the fruits in his neutral B have different effects, which obviously doesn't happen in Pac-Man, but it's a cool idea.
I like the fact that he transforms into like retro Pac-Man for some of his attacks. I think that's a really cool nod.
It's so good. It's like the Game & Watch thing, but not as cool. His
the fruits, showing off all the fruits is pretty cool.
Yep, and some of them aren't even fruits. Like one of them is just Galaxian from Galaxian.
Yeah,
is the ship from Galaxian.
It is really cool.
His up taunt is again just like 20 different Namco arcade games.
You know what, Geno? I'm gonna agree with wherever you place him. Where would you put him?
His down taunt is, I believe, from Pac-Land. Side taunt is just Pac-Man.
I'm gonna agree with wherever you place him. Where are you putting him?
I am contemplating if I am putting him in good or they cooked. Because obviously the idea is it's not Pac-Man, it's not just Pac-Man, it's Namco in like 80s, 90s Namco.
I think it's okay to just do a combination of both.
Right. And it does do a good job of representing both Namco, like the big Namco arcade games, as well as some obscure ones with like the taunts, but also being a good Pac-Man representation. Because a lot of his I know one specifically is that his up taunt is from Pac-Man World.
Yeah.
Sorry,
so where are you placing him, boys?
It's like a flip thing. Let's put him below Lucas.
Okay.
I think that's a fair placement. Because he's either above or below the Earthbound characters.
So you, in all confidence, think Villager's better represented than Pac-Man?
When it comes to Villager representing Animal Crossing, yes. Like, when it comes to Pac-Man representing Pac-Man, yes. Because Villager takes everything from Animal Crossing, while Pac-Man has to grab stuff from other Namco games, which is fine, because that's what they were going for. but how well does it represent Pac-Man? It represents more Namco than it does Pac-Man.
Which is fine, to be
boring.
fair.
Because again, I'm torn between putting him below the Earthbound characters in good or below Kirby in They Cooked.
I think I'm actually leaning more towards They Cooked.
If I had my way, I would put him in They Cooked, honestly, because I'm just
Well, I asked you to rank him where you wanted.
Fuck it, They Cooked. I genuinely believe They Cooked.
Dom, you agree too, huh?
No, I was gonna say top of good.
Damn, really?
Yeah.
What makes you say that?
More just the emphasis of like, kind of like what he said. He's kind of
It's Namco over Pac-Man.
yeah. He's grasping at like different connections instead of his actual own game.
I guess that's fine then. They probably could have made an entirely Pac-Man related moveset.
If they took more from like Pac-Man World. It's weird because a lot of Pac-Man's representation in Smash comes from like the original Pac-Man, like the original arcade games, the regular mazes.
Yeah, but Pac-Man does have other games.
And Pac-Land. Who the fuck cares about?
Yeah, that is odd. I will say nobody cares about Pac-Land.
Why do
Pac-Land has a whole ass stage.
Why? Why do they bring back the 3DS stage? Where is that in the game?
Yeah, no, it's actually stupid. In Smash 4, they really said, yes, for DS, we'll use like a Pac-Man stage that people will actually recognize. But in Smash Wii U, let's use Pac-Land, which nobody's played. It's actually dumb.
I don't know a single person other than me who's actually played Pac-Land.
Wait, but like realistically, why in Ultimate did they bring back Pac-Land but not the Pac-Man stage?
Probably because it needed less work because it was already in HD.
I guess. That's dumb. Alright. That's fine. Right here is fine. I'm okay with that. Robin. Alright. It is I, Fire Emblem man of the three. I think instantly Robin is good. It's above all the other Fire Emblem characters.
That I do agree with. Robin is better represented than all the other Fire Emblem characters because
he represents a class in Fire Emblem that none of the other sword fighters do. Even in a world where there was only one sword fighting Fire Emblem character in the game, well, context matters, as I've said before with Young Link and regular Link. So that world doesn't really matter because there's so many sword characters. That's what makes the sword-fighting Fire Emblem characters lower. Like, they could be good if there was only, like, one or two of them, honestly. But the fact that there are so many, I think that lowers them. And, you know, there's so many copies of each other. Robin is unique. There's nobody who is like Robin. He actually, I think Robin might... Wow. You know what? Crazy take? Wait. Insane take?
Insane take, honestly.
Wait, think about this for a second. He has a gimmick. His gimmick is that his all of his attacks consume
Man.
No, not mana.
Oh,
He
magic.
No, not even. He uses his weapons can break, which is specifically in Awakening is very relevant. In Awakening, weapons break the more you use them. So every single, well, to be fair, there's a lot of Fire Emblem games. This is a mechanic that's represented in almost all the Fire Emblem games where your weapons will break after using them too much. Robin is the only character in this game that actually represents that mechanic. This is a necessary mechanic in Fire Emblem. The preservation of your weapons and your abilities in Fire Emblem is very important. A lot of times you'll use weaker weapons so that way you can conserve your stronger weapons for a harder fight, right? And you can switch depending on the fight. Robin shows that here. Every single one of his moves can break. All of them. Even his up B can break. Say what you will from a balancing perspective and how that's annoying. From an actual, like...
gameplay perspective?
Yeah, when representing the games, that's actually a massive representation of Fire Emblem as a whole. Your weapons can break. That's the case in almost all the Fire Emblem games.
Yeah.
I mean, even spells. Like, there's no mana in Fire Emblem. Fire Emblem does not use mana. Fire Emblem uses...
like a magic system?
No, there's no magic system. It's a limited amount for each tome you find. Basically, in Fire Emblem, every attack is an item that you consume. And if you have no items, no weapons, then you just can't attack. You actually just have no base attack in Fire Emblem. Everything is consumable. So going by that logic, he absolutely is They Cooked. It's like Pokemon Trainer. This is the only character that represents Fire Emblem's gameplay.
I mean, yeah.
So, then above Mega Man.
Is that crazy?
You said that he...
Okay, so I have not played Awakening, but the way you explained it does not sound crazy at all.
It's kind of true, though. It actually is. The breaking mechanic is integral to Fire Emblem. That's what... Like, that's literally part of it.
Yeah. If you think that, I'm not going to argue it.
Its gimmick is integral to Fire Emblem. That's so odd. People are going to be so mad at me, bruh. But it's so true. It represents Fire Emblem in a way that none of the other Fire Emblem characters do. Like, actually more than Byleth. Wait. Wait, actually more than Byleth.
Well, the thing about Byleth is does Byleth ever actually use the other weapons? Because I thought the other weapons were...
No, Byleth can. That's the cool thing about Byleth. In Three Houses, I mean, you play as Byleth. You could actually make your set into anything you want. So technically, yes, you could use any weapon in the game.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I have not played Three Houses yet.
Byleth is still definitely They Cooked whenever we inevitably get to that. But I actually think Robin's higher. Just because I think the gimmick of breaking your weapons is more representative of Fire Emblem as a whole than just using the different classes.
Yeah.
That's insane. That's insane. I was more leaning towards like right here until I realized, wait, the game breaking the gimmick is actually kind of crazy. Pause. All right, let me know in the comments how much you're mad at me for putting Robin this high. Shulk.
Hi, it's me, Xenoblade fan here.
I also like Xenoblade, but yeah, you're better than me. Go ahead.
I think when it comes to Shulk's attacks, his just as like his special attacks, his regular attacks, I think it's fine. I think the Monado arts fucking suck.
All right, explain.
So two of them. So Shulk. So in Xenoblade 1, Shulk has 8 Monado arts you can choose from that you unlock throughout the game. Smash has 5. That's understandable.
But only 2 of them are actually from his game.
Two of them don't exist in Xenoblade, and that is Monado Smash and Monado Jump.
Yeah.
Those two do not exist. All right, so that is 3. So that is 3 out of 5 Monado arts that are represented from Xenoblade. Now let's talk about the other 3. Monado Buster. What does it do in Smash? Monado Buster makes Shulk deal more damage, but deal less knockback. But he also takes more damage. In Xenoblade, Monado Buster is a attack that visually looks very similar to Backslash, and it only does higher damage to Mechon, not to everyone. So right there, because they made it an aura, not an attack, that's not good representation.
You're kind of right.
3 out of 5 that are bad. Let's go to his next one. Monado Shield. Monado Shield makes you take less damage and less knockback in Smash. So Monado Shield does exist in Xenoblade, but it's not how Monado Shield works. Monado Shield is more just like blocking an attack, completely blocking an attack.
I'm more okay with that one.
Damage.
I'm more okay with Shield.
But here's my thing. In Xenoblade, there's Monado Armor, which does exactly that. Makes you take less damage. And so they could have just called it Monado Armor. Why didn't they just do that? The final one is Monado Speed, Monado's speed in Smash makes you run faster and have a lower jump. In Xenoblade, it ups your agility. Agility in Xenoblade is essentially your speed stat. It's if you have higher your agility, the higher it is that you can dodge enemy attacks.
That's fine. In Xenoblade's world, with like discounting the actual battle mechanics, that's probably what he would do in Xenoblade's world, make him faster.
Right. In the cutscenes, it does show Shulk moving faster to dodge enemy attacks. So yes, that makes sense.
You're absolutely right. His Monado arts could have been done better. That being said, just the fact he has Monado arts at all makes him higher than the Fire Emblem characters.
It's cool, but my whole thing is the way the Monado arts work as well is that they're just on a timer. They're just on a cooldown timer, which is fine because arts in Xenoblade 1 are on a cooldown timer.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
The only arts in Xenoblade 1 that are not on a cooldown timer are the Monado arts. They have, just like Little Mac's KO Punch, you have to build to it by attacking. So the way I would have done this I would have had it be more like Cloud's Limit Break, where you build to it and then you get one use to do a stronger attack.
Mm-hmm. Okay, where would you place him? You definitely know way more about it than me.
Bottom of mid.
Bottom of mid, that's crazy. Man's really put Shulk below Marth and Lucina. That's insane.
Because Shulk's whole gimmick is done completely wrong.
I guess from the point of, because we've said this for Donkey Kong and other things, from the point of character potential, yeah, Shulk had way more potential than the Fire Emblem characters. The Fire Emblem characters did what they had to, whereas Shulk, he could have done a lot more.
Yeah, I'm Xenoblade Chronicles is my favorite game of all time, and I'm saying this.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like,
that's pretty fair, actually. In terms of potential,
the way they implemented the Monado arts.
In terms of realistic potential, you're kind of right. Like, why didn't they call shield armor? Why didn't they just take more Monado skills in general and just not make some up? Like, they did not have to make a Monado skill up in Smash or Jump. I just think that's silly.
No, who the fuck cares about Monado Jump, honestly?
I'm like one of the only people that use Monado Jump just because it's funny.
Like, Monado's, like, all the other Monado, like, I feel like the Monado arts, because most of them in Xenoblade are attacks. I can only think of like 3 of them that are stat buffs, and that is shield, armor, and speed.
Okay, but hear me out though. Hear me out though. He has backslash.
He does have backslash.
And it actually does something unique. It does double damage to the back.
Which is true in Xenoblade. And it even does the little graphic that it does in Xenoblade.
Hear me out.
Fine.
Hear me out. It is a unique attack.
I am a Fire Emblem hater, so sure, yeah, let's do that.
I was gonna put Shulk all the way up here, personally.
That's crazy.
I mean, if you think so, being the Xenoblade fan that you are, then fair enough. You have more ground to talk on it than I do. B. Junes.
I do just want to say one more thing about Shulk. Shulk did come back in Xenoblade Chronicles 3 Future Redeemed, and he did have more Monado arts, or new Monado arts that he didn't have in Xenoblade 1. Neither of them were Smash or Jump. So even if he was updated for Smash 6 in like 3 years or whenever the hell they decided to release Smash 6, and he still had Jump and Smash, they would still not be canon to Xenoblade.
Yeah, it is a bit odd. I agree. Yeah, I agree in general for his Monado arts. They could have done better. I think backslash is pretty good though.
That's really good. Air slash is actually does take the original animation.
Yeah.
He doesn't jump that high.
His final smash spoils you.
His final smash does spoil you. And also, something I do like that they did, a mechanic from Xenoblade that they did do, I think, a good job of representing. Visions.
Yeah, I think it's one of the cooler counters.
because in Xenoblade, Visions, aside from the Monado arts, Visions is one of the biggest mechanics of that game. Because Visions affects the story, the actual fights. Collecting items has visions attached to it. Certain side quests have visions attached to it. It's literally a feature that's throughout the entire game. So the fact that they implemented it, even if it was just a counter, makes sense.
I think you're being too hard on Shulk. I think he's definitely higher on the Pokemon at least.
Fine, maybe I am.
He has stuff. He actually just has unique stuff.
He does.
Like, even though his we could honestly just ignore the Monado arts for not being there, and it's still like not that bad.
You're probably right. I just think the Monado arts could have done a lot.
They definitely should have been better.
That's his main gimmick.
That is true. Like, but the fact that they're still there, even if they're bad, they are still there. It's not like Donkey Kong where it's just not there for some reason in the barrels. Like, at least like the idea of Monado arts are there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even if it's badly represented in how it's portrayed. This is fine then. B-Junes. You know what? I'm instantly gonna say best skins in the game.
True. 100% true.
Like, say what you will. He represents all of the like mini bosses from Mario. That's pretty damn cool. I mean, tell me all the people that you know that play as Ludwig. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro. I mean, I'm trying to play as Ludwig. Honestly, he's the best one.
For real. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, from Mario, I actually don't think he's that bad. He has the Mecha Koopas, which are enemies. He does the cannonballs, which show up in Mario 3 and other Mario games as well. He, I mean, hell, he's in the clown car, which alone is already a thing.
In his upbeat, he has the hammer from the Hammer Brothers.
His final smash is Shadow Mario from Mario Sunshine.
Which even though the final smash sucks,
it is
it's a
him.
great representation.
And absolutely, it's good representation. It makes sense. I mean,
the clown car actually does like animate, like it has facial animations, which like it does in the actual games.
Yeah.
He does donuts in them. It's pretty cool.
He does donuts in them. That's true. That's true. I love it in New Super Mario Bros. Where he does donuts and styles on you.
In Mario Kart. Isn't the clown car a drivable car in Mario Kart?
Maybe. I honestly don't know. It seems like it should be, right?
I think it is. At least in like 8 Deluxe, I think it is.
I think he's bottom of good.
I agree. He is pretty well represented, and even the things that like the clown car doesn't smash that he maybe doesn't do in other games. I mean, I could still see him do that, you know?
I think Bowser Jr. does something that I think Bowser should have done more of, and that's like actually represent the enemies in Mario more.
Yep.
Like Bowser's literally the king of the Koopas. Like Bowser should have like some minion related attacks, I think.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And
I love when he mimicked the move of the Goombas to just waddle.
Well, he doesn't have to mimic them. Like he could have like he could just have like command based attacks, right? I mean, Bowser Jr. places Mecha Koopas, you know. Like why can't Bowser place Goombas? I can see it. Or Koopas.
Why can't he just throw out Koopas out of his ass?
Yeah. Well, what if he threw Koopa shells? Could you imagine?
Listen,
is him throwing a
if
Koopa.
he can pull a toad out of her ass, so can Bowser, alright?
For real! Okay, at the very least, Bowser should have had a hammer throw, bro. Mario 1, he throws hammers. Okay, no matter what, my biggest problem with Bowser is that his fire does not operate like it does in Mario 1. I feel like that's a given. Like, why are they not fireballs instead of, like, just a flamethrower? I think the flamethrower is silly.
Yeah, I mean, later games do have him do a flamethrower, but still...
I just feel like it's kind of a missed opportunity. I don't know.
There was a custom move in Smash 4 that did it.
That's true, but even then it operated not exactly what I wanted out of it.
Right.
Okay. Bowser Jr., bottom of good. Feels right. Duck Hunt. Okay, Duck Hunt's kind of goated, actually. Wait. Duck Hunt is... Genuinely. Duck Hunt is 3 characters.
It's like Rob, but done right.
It is, actually. It actually is. Like, why they made this character, I don't know, but they freaking cooked with it.
Like every Smash game has that like one retro character where you're like, why do they do it? But like they're actually like really good, like really well designed.
Yeah, like this is like if they did Dr. Mario right.
Yeah, this is like if they did Rob right, because Rob again was not representing Rob the toy, but more trying to represent the games, but didn't do it right. Duck Hunt represents
the Super
Duck Hunt
Blaster,
game, Hogan's Alley, and Sheriff. All the three like big light gun games on the NES.
The blaster is what the NES blaster is what he's basically representing.
Yeah, the blaster and the games that the blaster like were made for.
And if anybody doesn't know, the idea behind Duck Hunt is that this is 3 characters, not just 2. You're the dog, the duck, and
the shooter.
And the shooter with the NES blaster on the other side of the screen. So that's why whenever Duck Hunt, like when you do a side smash, the little reticle that shows up, that's the 3rd player. That's the shooter with the NES blaster. It's actually so cool. As a nod to retro gaming, I think that's sick.
Oh yeah, 100%. The actual standard attacks, you know, your punch, kick, aerials, whatever, those are like almost entirely original. But the smash attacks are all the blaster. The neutral B is the can from Hogan's Alley. The side B is the shooting disc from Duck Hunt. And the neutral B, the down B, pulls up right of characters from Hogan's Alley and Sheriff, and they just shoot at you. Like, that's just cool. As someone who like enjoys the NES light gun games, that's just cool.
So are they cooked?
I think they cooked. I think
they did what they like. They went above and beyond with this idea. Could they have done better?
Could they have done better?
I don't know. Like, what would you do to improve Duck Hunt?
So those games are pretty bare bones.
They really are. Like, considering what they had to work with, I think they did a fantastic job.
Yeah, they're just different versions of shooting galleries.
Like, imagine if they put this much effort into every character. with way more, like, to work with. Duck Hunt had nothing to work with and actually got a good, like, idea out of him.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Dom's in the back like, why the hell are you rating this dog so high?
I was going to say above Pac-Man.
Look at this dude.
I think bottom of They Cook makes sense. But, to be fair, is he comparable to Pac-Man? Maybe.
He is, because again, it's that idea of like, he doesn't just represent Duck Hunt, he represents the NES Zapper.
I still think Pac-Man should also be They Cook, personally, but...
I agree. I agree.
You know what? If we both agree, screw it. Let's do it.
Still below Duck Hunt, but yes.
Yeah, I think Duck Hunt's idea is just so cool. I actually think Duck Hunt should be above Kirby.
That's a take.
Is that wrong? Hell, I think Pac-Man could be above Kirby.
Do you think it's wrong?
Okay, no, that felt painful.
Yeah, that one felt wrong. All right,
what about Duck Hunt?
See, oh god, I feel like the only issue I have with Duck Hunt is his up B.
That is true. Why is the duck carrying
the
you?
duck?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
The duck carrying the dog, yeah.
Fair enough. That's all I had to hear. All right, Ryu.
So I'm going to say I think Ryu and Ken should be put in the same spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Ken is similar to Lucina in a way that I think him being an Echo makes a lot of sense.
Yes, but I also think Ken of all the Echo fighters, Ken is the most unique.
That's also true. But just him being an Echo in general is deserved. Like, Ken is, you know, in Street Fighter, he's meant to be an Echo. That's what he is.
Yeah, Ryu and Ken essentially have the same moveset. It's just one punches, the other kicks.
Yeah.
I was gonna
That being
say,
said, that being said, they are quite literally 1-to-1 how they were in Street Fighter 2.
That's kind of crazy. I don't play Street Fighter, so please rank them.
They quite literally, like, they have like the inputs from Street Fighter 2. They have like, even like Ken has his own unique inputs that are different from Ryu's. They have the thing where they have light and heavy kicks and punches, depending on, because Street Fighter is made with 6 buttons, Smash is made with 2. So there's supposed to be like light, medium, and heavy kicks based on the buttons. With Smash, it's based on how long you hold the button. So if you just tap it, it's a light kick. If you hold it, it's a heavy kick. So they literally took all they could from Street Fighter, put it into Smash, and somehow made it with 2 buttons. And then they even included the the command inputs. They also, again, we don't really talk about Final Smash as much. They have 2 Final Smashes.
That's true, though. That's kind of huge. That's actually really cool. If you're far away, then you do the Hadouken.
You do the Hadouken. If you're close, you do the Shuriken.
That's pretty cool. And those are like the 2 most iconic moves from Street Fighter.
Yep. And even though like the actual moveset is based on Street Fighter 2, I'm pretty sure Ken's Shoryuken Final Smash is based on Marvel vs. Capcom, I believe.
So where would you rank them?
Honestly, I'm once again torn between good and they cooked.
I think it's
because
they cooked.
what else could they have done?
They put in fighting combos and still somehow made it like not too polarizing.
Right. They definitely Smashified them, like made them very simple, but they're still very complex. They even added like move canceling, which is huge because
they turn around. By the way, they're always facing the opponent. I think that's a cool little nod.
Yep. All the actual fighting game characters in Smash do that.
I mean, no, I think they deserve they cooked. They have, from what I can tell, they have the moves that they should have. Shoryuken is up B makes sense. Hadouken is neutral B makes sense.
And each one of them has a command input.
Yeah.
Every special has a command input.
I think if you have a gimmick that perfectly represents your base game, I think that's fire. I think that's they cooked.
Yeah, and then Ken also has a unique command input that isn't one of his specials. It's a move that you can only do with a command input.
Yeah, that's true. The fire one, right?
No, it's one of his kicks.
Oh wait, never mind, I'm dumb. All right, whatever. Where are we putting him?
Let's.
My gut is telling me he doesn't represent as many things as Villager.
Because Villager, again, is just like a hodgepodge of items from Animal Crossing, while Ken and Ryu are mainly just their Street Fighter 2 versions, so they don't represent anything like past like Street Fighter 2.
Right.
And there's like a million Street Fighter games, so
they probably could have taken more. I'm not educated on the games well enough to know, but
they could have taken a lot of newer stuff like Street Fighter, 3, 4, 5, whatever. Or more stuff from like the Versus game.
I mean, do all of their moves represent something at the end of the day?
You're right.
Do all their moves represent something?
Yes. 100% yes.
Like every single aerial, every single taunt, every single thing.
Aerials, I'm not entirely sure of. I know some of them are. I know the down areas. I know the back areas for it. I think I'm confident in saying yes on that one. I probably will have to fact check that, but I'm confident in saying yes.
How about that?
That seems fair.
I think that's fine. I think there's another level.
I genuinely think Terry and Kazuya are probably gonna be like right next to them.
Yeah, probably. I don't see why they'd be separate.
They do more.
I think Mega Man has enough fan service to kind of beat them, admittedly.
Hey, shout out to the Capcom characters, all right next to each other.
For real. I don't know. I think the death animation is really cool. Every single move 100% is from a Mega Man game.
Oh, 100% is from something.
Yeah. Like, actually, it might actually be one of the only characters in this game that 100% represents, like, all of his moves are something.
Yeah.
And something unique, too. Right? So, yeah.
Yep.
Cloud.
I haven't played Final Fantasy VII.
I have played half of it.
Yeah, I know.
He has the Advent Children's skin.
Does, which is raw as hell.
Yeah. He has a limit break mechanic, which I think alone is great.
Yeah, Cloud is like one of those characters where it's like, outside of his special attacks, it's a turn-based game.
Right.
You know?
I think,
So,
considering the limitations that Cloud had as a character from his game, I think they might have cooked. Is a limit break. It slightly changes all of his moves. All of his moves are from the game.
And his down B completely changes.
In FF7, when you have the limit break, you are a little bit stronger while you have it charged up, and that's in Smash.
That is in Smash.
The side B is a thing. All the moves are a thing. I actually don't know if the down B is a thing. It probably is. I just don't know it.
Limit charge or the spin attack.
The spin.
I'm not sure if that's a real thing. I know there is a move in Final Fantasy VII that does like 1 damage. I know that.
It's probably that then.
So it's probably based on that because it does 1 damage, but it has hella knockback.
It's probably exactly what that is.
Probably that.
I don't know. I'm a little conflicted. They probably could have done more, honestly. No, actually, they actually could have. They could have made him use more magic.
Yeah.
Because, what's it called? It's been so long, I'm sorry, for any Final Fantasy VII fans, that I'm cringing right now. There's, things that you could attach onto your weapons that give them, like, affinities. Like, little magic powers.
Yeah.
That's not represented at all. Technically, I think his neutral B is that. Like the wind thing.
Yeah, it's like a little like wind thing.
I think right here feels fair.
That feels fair, yeah.
That's fine. Tell us in the comments if we're absolutely wrong. Corin.
Yup.
Yup. Yo, it's advertising the character. I love advertising.
Why are you here, buddy?
Okay, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing, right? I could easily put him below Dr. Mario because his game wasn't even out yet. It is the most blatant, like, why'd they put him in the game?
Wait, let's be fair here. His game was out in Japan, not in America.
I guess so, yeah.
His game was still 2 months out in America when it was announced.
Okay, realistically, he is one of the more unique Fire Emblem characters.
Yes. I just don't know anything about his game except for Big Booba Lady.
Yeah. Same. I don't know. I just don't care.
Honestly.
That's the worst part of it. I think Corin is actually the most, like, nobody cares about this character in the game.
Like, genuinely, if you were to ask me, like, what character do I always forget is in this game, it's Corin.
Which is interesting, because, like, he has a unique moveset. He's just boring. I don't know. I don't know why. Why is he so boring? Like, he's a dragon guy. You'd think that that's interesting.
Don't know. He also had the most boring Smash trailers, so there's that.
That is true. There's, like, no hype behind him. He does have the male and female skins. That's cool. His counter is unique.
his dogs are out. You know what I'm saying?
His dogs do be out. Oh frickin' no! Where y'all want to put him?
Can we just do Corrin tier?
Corrin tier.
Can we just do a Corrin tier?
I'm actually willing to put him in Did They Even Try?
Say above Dr. Mario.
It's not did they even try because they didn't try. It's did they even try because we don't know nothing about this character.
It's probably not fair for me to put him this low.
It isn't. That's why I'm saying Corrin tier. Just put him in a Corrin tier. I think that would be funny.
I just feel like it's so blatantly advertising to the point where did they even try? Like, in a way that's different than how we've been rating these characters, did they even try to think of a unique character to put into this game? They said, I want money.
Because I think, we were talking about this before the recording, I was thinking, like, if they were going to advertise a character, why this one?
It's just so odd. There are... First of all, you've already represented Fire Emblem well over, like, any other series in Smash.
Like, why this one? Like, I get this was, like, late 20... What years? This is late 2015. Why wasn't this Inkling?
No, for real, though. Pause.
Like, Splatoon came out that year. Like Splatoon came out, like, 6 months before Core was announced.
Yeah, at least Inkling would be representing a new, you know...
Right, like this could have been, like...
That being said, I think it's completely valid that
like,
they
the
waited until Ultimate for that to be, like, the
is
first new one, but whatever.
Like, every, like, Smash game has, like, that one character that's like, who are you and why are you here? Like, Brawl had Lucas. Melee had, you know... Martha.
Corrin just feels icky. Like, as a character, it's the only character in this game that I just feel disgusted that they're even in the game.
Right, like I could think of at least 3 characters from around 2015 when Corrin was announced that could have done better for advertising a new game than Corrin was.
Right.
There was Inkling, and there was like a week before Corrin was announced, Xenoblade X released in America. It was already out in Japan, but it released in America. They could have done Elma from Xenoblade X. That was like their big holiday game for that year.
I just think there's already so much representation in Fire Emblem. Why would you add this character who came from a game that hasn't even, like, shown that it's, like, a popular Fire Emblem game? Like, at least...
And I have some friends who are Fire Emblem fans. I'm pretty sure most Fire Emblem fans don't like Fates.
Yeah, that's like a thing. But that's the problem. Like, that's the problem with putting a character in specifically for advertising. Because you don't know if the game is actually going to be received well. And guess what? It wasn't received well. And now Corrin is just this blemish on the Smash roster.
Right.
So that's why, I don't know. I feel like there's a special condition with Corrin. Even if his moveset is representative of the character, I kind of just don't care. Because him actually just being here at all is a disgrace enough.
Yeah.
Like, Dr. Mario's below him because it's a disgrace that he's here in addition to being a really boring moveset. Corrin has an interesting moveset, but does not deserve to be here in the same way Dr. Mario. And Toon Link has a terrible moveset, but does deserve to be here. It's like, these are the 3.
These guys.
These guys.
Fuck these guys.
For real. These 3 could actually be on a tier lower than these, and I wouldn't even be against it.
Make a new tier just called "Fuck These Guys," all right?
No, maybe if there's more people to do that for. Actually, I'm kind of down. Wait, why are they here?
Why are they here? Did they even try? Why are you here?
You're kind of right though. Hold on. Add a row.
I know, like, we're rating Corrin like so differently than we're rating all the other guys, but still, it really is a "why are you here" kind of character, even if they're unique.
I kind of agree. Why are you here? Damn, I agree actually. That feels right?
I guess, yeah. Yeah.
Why are you here? Because, like, these are did you even tries? But this is more so why are you even here?
Right.
They should have just, like, not even considered this character at that point. Or at least in the way that they did it, like, with Toon Link. I guess by that logic, though, Toon Link should be did they even try, huh?
Yeah.
Because Toon Link should be here, they just didn't even try. That's fine. Alright. Finally, Bayonetta.
So, I've only ever played a little bit of Bayonetta 2.
This is one of only 3 games I've never played on this list.
I do own all 3 Bayonetta games on Switch. I've only ever played a little bit of Bayonetta 2.
From what Dom, you haven't played a Bayonetta, have you?
Absolutely not.
I want to say that Bayonetta is a good represented character. I know that her smash attacks get rid of some of her clothes. I know that that's what it does in the main game.
Yeah, her hair is her clothes.
Right.
Essentially.
Um,
So like, she uses her hair to open up like portals to fucking bring in demons. Essentially,
that's pretty cool that her smash attacks are literally demons.
A little bit I played with Bayonetta. I believe all of her attacks are from Bayonetta. Like,
they probably are.
Because they're all just like
witch times in the game. Witch times in the game in a very unique way. She has like a unique dodge mechanic, which like turns into bats.
Which is from Bayonetta. I do remember that from when I played it. Both of her dodge mechanics are from Bayonetta.
She has guns, which are also unique in the way that she plays. Like she has like aerial differences and stuff.
Her final smash is directly from Bayonetta.
I think it's probably they cooked. Is that wrong?
They probably did, honestly. If I played more Bayonetta, I would probably be stronger in my opinion on this, but I just haven't played Bayonetta that much.
It sounds like they took everything they could have.
Yeah. And again, I do feel like I do want to mention Bayonetta was like they said was the ballot winner, which was obviously a lie.
Yeah.
I just like bringing that up because like why would they even lie about that?
I know. I mean, it's so obvious to me. They knew that it wasn't worth wasting a super popular character for Smash 4 when they knew Smash 4 was underselling and they could have sold a lot more with Ultimate.
Right, and Smash Ultimate, I know Smash off topic, but I know Sakurai said that the planning documents for Smash Ultimate were completed the day Bayonetta and Corrin were announced for Smash 4.
Mm-hmm.
So he already knew what was happening.
Yeah, I think Sakurai probably just knew the moment that the ballot was finished, like, hey, if I'm going to make one final Smash game or like one big hurrah on the next Nintendo console, it should be Sora, and I think that that's fair.
Yeah, and Sora, they did confirm that Sora, he confirmed in a Famitsu article that Sora was the winner of the ballot and Banjo-Kazooie was number 2.
Damn. It's crazy that Banjo-Kazooie is that high. And then like he came out and then just nobody cared.
Well, because Banjo-Kazooie feels like a character that was designed for Smash 64.
Yeah, that's true. Which is fitting, but you know.
Yeah, fitting, obviously, yeah.
Okay, she's probably they cooked. We don't have enough opinions on it. Please let us know in the comments where you think she would rank, and maybe we'll edge her alongside with the comments. I think this is fine.
She's gonna be Smash 4's version of Fox, where we just keep moving her around.
Yeah, true. Actually, where should we put Fox this time?
this is the mandatory Fox section, huh?
Yeah. I'm thinking just above Pokemon Trainer.
I'm thinking they cooked, honestly.
Honestly, yeah.